Hello guys, and welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to talk about Yearn.finance. If you want to make more money from your crypto by earning an annual percentage yield, then you've come to the right place. Obviously, nothing I talk about in this video is financial advice, so always go away and do your own research before investing any of your own money. Without further ado, let's jump into today's video. Okay guys, so coming across to the Yearn.finance website, not necessarily the most exciting looking website in the world, but what it represents is far more exciting. As always, it's linked down below in the description. So if you want to go and check it out, I recommend you do so after this video. So looking into what we've got on here, you can see there's a portfolio. I don't have any money in this at the moment, but you can see up here, we can click on connect wallet, and that's going to connect us to a MetaMask wallet or whatever your preferred wallet is. Here you can see the different types of wallets available. As well as that, you can choose between the different networks. We've got Ethereum, Phantom, and Arbitrum available here. And it will tell you all of the information here, total amount of money in there, vault earnings, and estimated yearly yields. Now here's where all of this gets very interesting, guys. Coming down below, you can see all of the different APYs or annual percentage yields available. Now all of these vary in terms of the level of risk, the level of reward, etc. Obviously, more than likely, the higher the likely the reward, the higher the risk involved. So don't be thinking that just because something says 45, 100, whatever percentage, you can just chuck money in there and in a year's time it's going to be guaranteed worth 45% to 100% more, because there's always the chance that the coin that you're putting your money into goes down in value, etc, etc. So always be very cautious about using money that you don't really have to lose. That said, guys, looking down below, you can see the highest APY. We've got 45.2% Curve USDN, and then Curve CVX ETH 22.5%, 6%, and many others. Looking down below, you can see the opportunities and all of the information available. Now, what's worth checking out is you can see the total assets locked in any different one. And obviously, the higher values that are locked away in a particular asset, the more reliable that asset is. You see the Curve USDN here, 45% APY, or just over 45% APY, with $12.8 million locked away in total assets. Now, you can see if I wanted to perhaps select a particular asset that I want to deposit, I would just click on the deposit, click on the max amount available. Obviously the wallet I'm using to demonstrate this right now doesn't have any Ethereum in it, but if I did, I could put in the amount of Ethereum, and then you can approve it, etc, in order to put it in, and then from then on it's going to start earning you an annual percentage yield. As well as that, guys, you can look down through, there's lots of different tokens, Aave, Sushi, and others that you've probably heard of. So make sure you're always doing research when you get in and look at these different coins. Some of them are better established. Here you got $195 million locked, 3.8%. Not necessarily the highest APY, but it's pretty exciting in terms of not necessarily the highest in APYs, but you're looking for higher values because it reduces the level of risk you're going to be up against. And things like USDT, USDC, 1.1%, significantly still much higher than you might get in a bank in a traditional banking system. Now, looking into the lab section, you can see it's already telling you these are not risks for ants. So what does that really mean? Basically, guys, this is kind of like the new types of yield farms, etc, that have not yet been proven and therefore might be extremely high reward but are also probably quite high risk. The emerging strategies you'll find here are the newest and most unconventional around. Be sure to review the about section carefully and make sure you understand token locking, impermanent loss, and other risks before proceeding. As with all Yearn products, you are responsible for educating yourself on details and for actively managing your holdings. Welcome to the lab, but proceed with caution. So for example, guys, different tokens, etc, you might have to pay a fee of like 15% when you put that token in, and perhaps 15% when you take that token out. Now that's not true for all of them, but depending on the APY, it might actually mean that you have to leave it in there for an amount of time before you're able to withdraw it. Even there's other rules like how long you might have to leave it in order to be able to withdraw it, etc, etc. So make sure you're understanding all the details, because no one is to blame if you make a mistake other than yourself if you jump into this, because there's no reason to jump in and FOMO into anything in crypto, because there's always another chance to get onto that train. But as I mentioned, guys, coming down through, you can see some of the APYs here, 151%. So for example, if you were to put in $100 now, in theory, if everything goes to plan, by the end of the year, you'll have $250 for that $100 initial deposit, which is obviously an insane return in any market. Here as well, you can see the total assets here, around $13 million million, which obviously is pretty substantial, but again doesn't necessarily mean that you're guaranteed to see those results. Now coming across to the Iron Bank, guys, which is a feature of the Phantom network. So you have to click to switch to across the Phantom network. It offers you different opportunities. Perhaps you already own some of these tokens and you're holding them, and in which case you can lend them to other people. Obviously the other person will then pay you an interest on that, and obviously it's backed against by Yearn.finance or Iron Bank in order to ensure that your money is safe and you will get a return whatever happens. As well as that, you can see that you can borrow assets. So for example, at the moment where crypto is pretty low, but you maybe don't want to sell because in a very short time we know that crypto can pump to a much higher level. So that might be something that is something that people require right now, but obviously borrowing money against your crypto assets is an extremely risky thing to do, so be very careful of doing that. Looking into markets, you can see all the different information here. Again, we've got APYs ranging from sort of 0.00, ranging from like 0.01 all the way up to like 5%, etc. If you look through all of the different markets, you can see all the different like portfolio information for Ethereum. You can see all the different ones, Phantom, Avalanche, etc., and other features and rewards available on each of these. Here, by clicking on VEIB, you can see rewards of 367%. Again, guys, there's so many different features on this website that I haven't got time to cover all of them on this video, but you can see that if you are very careful in your research and you select the correct product and you only put in money that you can afford to lose, there's potential that you can see some amazing returns if you are able to play the markets correctly. Now, if you want to learn more things about this website and all the opportunities that it offers, then you can come down to the bottom and you can see that all of the different features have various tabs that you can go and explore and learn more information. Here you can see learn Yearn, using Yearn.finance, vaults and strategies, partnership programs, smart contracts, Yearn SDK, new strategies, etc. So there's lots of tips and hints on how you can get involved in yield farming and how you can potentially make some really great returns on your investments. There's also here like a forum that you can go and get involved in, and there's also sort of governance. So what that means is you can come in, and if you're invested in Yearn.finance, you can actually have an input into the future of the platform and how it all works, etc., which is obviously a great thing and what crypto is effectively all about, as it has been from the beginning. Now, another really cool thing here is the YFI buyback. You can see YFI is an important part of how we build a Yearn. It's one of our ways that we pay for the best DeFi talent, ensuring that the incentives of those building the protocol align with the protocol itself. After all, skin in the game is the best way to play. We bought 881.65 YFI to date, and we still want more. The buyback contract is topped up from time to time with more DAI, and so it's worth revisiting this page in the future. So do us a favor and sell us your YFI. And you can see we'll buy each a YFI for 7,750 DAI. And you can see down below the USD values, guys. One of them here, $16,000, $9,000, $10,000, etc. There's also money to be made if you're talented in the particular areas of DeFi and creating your YFI. So come across to this section as well and see different ways in which you can benefit from this extraordinary crypto platform. Coming across to the Twitter page, guys, 194,000 followers, been around since February 2020. This is not a small, unknown about platform, but I think yield farming within crypto is pretty small and has much more room to grow, and is a very exciting area where people are able to make money from investing their money, where they've been losing out in doing that for years and years in the traditional banking systems, no matter what country you're in. So if you want to look at making a passive income with your cryptocurrency, which ultimately is probably the best thing you should be doing, especially in a bear market that we're currently in, then head across to Yearn.finance, link down below in the description, in order to find out more. Coming across their Twitter, you can see all of the latest giveaways, and as well as that, they'll keep updating when they have new yield farms available and other competitions, etc. So yield farming is a little known part of the cryptocurrency industry and is one of the most exciting because it offers you the opportunity to be able to earn a passive income, perhaps every day, every week, etc., from your cryptocurrency investments. And if you're planning on holding crypto long term, then it's a bit of a no-brainer that you should be earning interest from your investments because it's the best way to grow your wealth. As I've mentioned, guys, there's loads of different features and things to go and study on the website, so make sure you go across to the website link down below if you want to find out more. All of the different links, etc., are at the bottom of the website, so you can go and find out all of the information you need to know right there. If you've enjoyed today's video, then make sure you smash the thumbs up up for the YouTube algorithm. Thanks very much for doing that. And if you're new to the channel and you want to learn about crypto, yield farming, NFTs, and much, much more, then make sure you subscribe to be kept up to date with all of the latest happening. Thanks very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you soon with another video. Bye-bye.